Where are we going?
Pancake cook-off. Been invited as judges. Happily said yes.
Happily accepted the request.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my computer. Got little chocolate chips in there. This is my Nutella.
That's your Nutella? Did you make it?
Yeah, it's special. They're really good cooks.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely not.
Do you have coffee, Cole?
To make sure we get them.
The best pancake you've ever had.
The artwork is exceptional. The presentation.
Because I put chocolate chips in and then see all those holes. It's got like molded with chocolate chips. It's
Sure, yeah, I'd love some.
Very, very good. Sure.
I wish I could have it.
Swedish pancake with some banana slices and some hunks of mango and a touch of passion fruit with a few slivers of honey. Slivers?
Good. The rummy block down.
That's amazing.
No, Kyle. I backed up his one, so I'm just heating up one that was already made.
Oops.
Okay, now I can eat my own.
Kyle doesn't get the fancy explanation of what everything is on the...
It's just too
Oh
simple.
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Where's
You have Nutella. You have Nutella with a touch of chocolate chips.
Touch chocolate chips. Just the garnish.
You have a smear of Nutella with a touch
Sprinkle.
of chocolate. A sprinkle.
I like the crepe. The thin. It's top notch.
It's a pancake. You need to talk to New Zealand people.
Oh, sorry. Pancake. Pancake. It's very, very good.
Edmund's cookbook, chocolate sauce with mangoes in the middle and around the outside. Banana, touch of icing sugar, fluffy
Well, the health, I'm going to have to rate that at a, like I said, for me, moderate. I'll give it a 5.
5, I'll give it a 0.
And there you have it. Wild thing. These crazy kiwis came into our lives just when we needed them the most. They became our adventure buddies, our sanity, our laugh when we desperately needed a laugh.
Always like on an angle.
A buddy when we desperately needed a buddy. A team for the seemingly never-ending, dreaded nose jab routine.
She's good.
She's good.
Very good.
A never-ending supply of pancakes, a never-ending supply of stoke. Throughout our travels, we melded ourselves into one wild, beautiful, extended sailing family, going our separate ways and always managing to merge back together again. A little piece of my heart will forever be aboard Wild Thing. P.S. Be prepared for more of these antics to come. As Mace will tell you from this point on, he's the star of the show.
Wild thing, three, this is my coach, let's see Claudio.
Guys, I'm trying a new technique, especially right now because water conservation is a huge thing. We're down to just below a half tank. It didn't rain the other day, by the way. Bummer. So, my friends were saying that they do their laundry in salt water. Never really thought that that would work, but it means you can really get them washed. You don't have to conserve underwashing, not like worried. So if they need extra rinses, then they get extra rinses. And then in the end you just do a really quick freshwater wash with just like a little bit of water. So it's probably not a bad thing. So yeah, water around here isn't the easiest to come by. Well, fresh water that is. We're kind of surrounded by water, let's be honest. Okay folks, future Missy here with an update about the saltwater washing. I actually washed our clothes in saltwater for, well, from that point forward pretty consistently. But then when we started to get into areas where there was a lot more rain and we were collecting a ton of water, I switched back to fresh water. So for the most part now, I do freshwater washes and rinses. This is all for like my sailing friends and people that are curious about this lifestyle and are potentially going to get into it. So for the rest of you, just like hit fast forward or go watch a more entertaining show. So it's 50-50. It's clothes conservation versus water conservation. This environment's hard on clothes. It's hard on souls. For real, it really took a wear and tear on our clothing. I don't know if you can really tell. This is now, it was like a tank top. It is now a very long dress, just kind of as like a little example. But I noticed, and my friend Chris pointed out, the salt water really seemed to just like deteriorate clothes really fast. So we're going through clothes a lot quicker. They were just getting really worn out, and they're not all that easy to find. So not to mention you just don't want to be like blowing through clothes, but when you don't have water, there's the dilemma. So like I said, 50-50. When we were super short on water or it wasn't raining that much and we just weren't sure when it was going to rain and if we would have enough water, obviously it wasn't that critical to wash clothes in fresh water. But now, actually, I think since about, oh gosh, I want to say Panama. Once we got to Panama, it was fairly consistently rainy. So we knew we just constantly had really full tanks. So I switched over back to doing freshwater primarily. When we get a little bit more remote, or if it gets into the dry season again, sometimes I switch back to salt. And it sometimes, like some of our towels and things, I'll just rinse them in salt water just because we have an abundance of it, and then do the freshwater rinse. So yeah, and we did install, we do, kind of weird, because I'm filming this like way after the vlog that I'm making is happening. So we do eventually get a water maker, which as you guys will see is like super slow, and it takes quite a bit of electricity, but it's a peace of mind thing that we'll get into later for the Pacific Passage. So we do have that, but it just seemed really silly to be using that water again for our clothing, because when you guys see it, you'll get it. So there's my non-answer to anyone's questions on should I wash in salt or fresh. I guess it's just a personal preference and what kind of water supplies you have available to you on the boat. But I will warn you that it does deteriorate clothing quite a bit quicker. So there's kind of downside to it. All right, thanks for watching.
Got enough gas?
Yeah, we have the full one here. Then this one is.
I got this feeling of fire inside. Watch me reach up, pull the sun from the sky. I'm all done waiting for life to arrive. I'm gonna make today mine. Finally free, I broke the chains off my feet. Now I'm starting to see all that I want's waiting for me. I got this feeling of fire inside. Watch me reach up, pull the sun from the sky. I'm all done waiting for life to arrive. I'm gonna make today mine. Change, I'm ready to face whatever it takes. I got this feeling of fire inside. Watch me reach up, pull the sun from the sky. I'm all done waiting for life to arrive. I'm gonna make today mine. I got this feeling of fire inside. Watch me reach up, pull the sun from the sky. I'm all done waiting for life to arrive. I'm gonna make today mine.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like a hummingbird in springs in bloom, springs in bloom. Brand new colors like I haven't seen, because I'm with you, I'm with you. Right now, I'm feeling something. Right now, it's never felt quite like this. The rush, the rise, the climb. Oh, right now I feel alive. 'Cause every moment here is a gift. It's never felt quite like this. It's never felt quite like this.